if you're here listening to these chats, you are a wayshower, whether you embrace that term or not. And what I mean by that is that you have come into this realm, you were born into this place, into this biosuit to experience this realm, encoded differently than the average human. And that means these encodements are connected into your own dragon knowledge, your own dragon aspects of self, your own cosmic levels of who you are. As the story goes, that the sacred dragons were given the responsibility of holding all the wisdom and knowledge that one must forget in order to experience separation from themselves. So we quite literally came in with the encodements inside of our blueprint to accessing ourselves again on a vast cosmic level. So this, because we were born with these kinds of encodements, we see things differently, we relate to things differently. We're not able to go with the program. We don't collapse the same way as others. You know, we're never, even though we may feel lost sometimes, we're never truly lost. We go through the experience of being lost, but we're never truly lost because of these encodements that we were born with coming into this world. And of course, we came into this world through a family lineage that, you know, chances are we're a black sheep of that family lineage, because they were not, though there were soul agreements to bring us forward into this realm, they themselves were not living true to these particular encodements. Maybe some of you were, but most of us, I'm going to say, we're not. Most of us were born into very dense situations, into very dense lineages, especially those of us who've been on the planet for a while, you know. Now, these newer generations, I would say, you know, the younger millennials, the Gen Zs, there's all sorts of labels they give each generation. It's like they're born encoded too, but in a much more, I want to say, a much more like the plant was already growing. Their encodements were already fluid within them. We had to do a lot of personal work to activate our encodements, those of us who've been on the planet for a long time. And not that the younger generations don't have to work, but it's just different for them, because there's a lot of infrastructure. There's already architecture put in place by the previous generations of wayshowers that support these younger ones to get to the heights that they're getting to. And they are doing some amazing work. Some of these young ones are absolutely phenomenal, and they're at places in their 30s that, you know, maybe took us several more decades to get to. So, but the fact that they're at these frequencies really is a testament to those who have come before, you know, that etheric architecture that we put in place through our own work. So you are a wayshower because you have these encodements, you think differently, and you're here to create a life that's according to your own terms. And you are the sole deciding factor on what those terms are. Now, granted, we do have our challenges, like I mentioned, but nonetheless, these encodements don't allow us to get fully lost into any particular program or role. These encodements keep us, let's say, tethered, so to speak, to some level, some aspect of our cosmic self, whether we are cognitively aware of that or not. So as wayshowers, we are subconsciously equipped to breaking the spells of the matrix. Okay, now we talk about the matrix all the time in different ways. And as these blinding veils have been falling away, we have been accessing vaster and vaster aspects of ourselves. And that, like I said, is coming through with that language of dragon energy, dragon consciousness. And there's all sorts of dragon consciousness to access. But really, now's the time where it's very clear just how deep the rabbit hole can go with all of these overlays of spell casting that has kept us blind from the truth of who we really are. So there are many constructs that we've just kind of default took for granted as being a truth. We really thought it was the truth because it was the only thing available to us at the time. But then as we grow and mature and expand past those let's say those nesting dolls, we realize, oh my gosh, you know, this thing over here that I thought was so sacred, wow, that's distorted. But you don't wake up to the distortion until you get past it. And what I want to propose to you guys is that as you get past it, this is you, your skill set on a subconscious level, your capacity of spell breaking, of breaking spell casting, okay? And the spell casting has been going on for many, many thousands of years. Ceremonial magic has been going on for a long, long time. And each one of those ceremonial rites are either reactivating, recasting, or powering up some of these spell casts that in combination come together to create what we call the matrix.